Hey guys, it's Paul from Ashen Phoenix. It is New Comic Book Day for May 1st, and we're going to get started right now. This episode brought to you by Free Comic Book Day at the comic book store, 30 North Main Street, Glassboro, New Jersey. The store will be open 11 to 6, Tim?
Yep.
11 to 6. There will have all kinds of free comics. They'll have sales. Check it out. Come down, hang out. We will be cosplaying from 11 to 3. And, yeah, free comics, cheap comics, all that kind of fun stuff. Grab it.
Hey guys, Tim from Capes and Scowls, comic book store, Team Ashen, other places probably. I'm loosely affiliated with everything, right? Hey, let's talk about some trades and stuff. First off, I've got this May the 4th Be With You Star Wars free preview thing that's kind of good. Tells you about what's going on in that there Star Wars Marvel Universe. Speaking of, here's volume 10 of Star Wars. Chugging along. I've got Mad About the Trump Error, a Mad Magazine book about. We've got Under the Moon, a Catwoman story, which looks really cool. I know a chapter of this is part of Free Comic Book Day. We've got Spawn Origins Collection, Volume 1. Going back, telling some early Spawns. We've got Copra Round 1 from Image, which confuses me because that one character is clearly Deadshot, so I don't know what's going on there. Somebody explain that to me in the comments. I don't know. I could Google it, but I won't. You Google. Bone Parish, Volume 1, by Cullen Bunn, who writes a lot. It's usually good, too. We've got a new release of Kingdom Come. That's a great book if you haven't read it. For shame. We've got Doctor Strange, Volume 2. This is Mark Waid. I don't know, something about that costume I don't like, Paul. We've got Amazing Spider-Man, Volume 3. That book just keeps chugging along. We've got Man Without Fear, which is really good. That's the bridge between the last Daredevil series and the current Zdarsky one. And then we've got one of my favorite things that's come out lately. We've got Stranger Things by Jody Houser, who I saw at AwesomeCon. She had lost her voice, but I was like, hey, you're awesome. And she was like, thank you. So, read this. It's great.
First up, we have Fallen World, issue number 1. This is from Dan Abnett and Adam Paulina. This was an okay book. The only problem is you must have working knowledge of the Valiant universe to really kind of understand it, because this is going to be an event where New Japan, which has been floating above the Earth, the ruined Earth, for a millennia, is crashing down to Earth because Rai has destroyed the AI that keeps it in place, because that is basically enslaving the world. It crashes down, and this is the aftermath. This is Rai and Bloodshot and the Eternal Warrior trying to fight their way and fix their way to fix their new surroundings. For me, it was a little bit tough, just because, like I said, I am not extremely aware of the Valiant universe, so it took a while for me to get into the story and kind of understand what was going on. But once I did a pretty good. It kind of coalesced for me, and I guess that's probably to the strength of Dan Abnett's writing. So if you know the Valiant universe, I'm sure you'll love this book. If you're looking for a flyer to kind of see something new, give this one a try.
All right. I liked all my books, so let's see what my first one is. Because I'm putting them in random order again, buddy. Random order. Here we go. Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 3. I thought it'd be an interesting idea to read Batman TMNT 3 number 1, which is a mouthful, because I read the first one, and then I didn't read the second one. So I said, if I can jump into the third one and have some idea of what's going on, they did their job right. This book's a lot of fun. I don't really know how they got to where they got, but basically it's a merging of both worlds, both Ninja Turtle world and the DC world of Gotham. You have the Ninja Turtles essentially are your support players to Batman. One of them is clearly Azrael, one of them is clearly Nightwing, one of them is Robin, one of them is the other Robin. That's what it was. Tim Drake Robin. Red Robin. And Other characters are mashed as well. Casey Jones is a cop. All of these things thrown together. The Joker and the Shredder. My favorite being the end reveal of Krang and who he merged with. But it's a weird story not knowing how it started. But I really enjoyed basically you're just seeing how it's merged. There's not a ton of setup. And it looks like it's going to be one of those really weird books. Weird sci-fi books with, familiar characters. I liked it. I thought it was a lot of fun. I'm curious to see where it goes. Check it out.
Next up, we have Batman issue number 70. The nightmare is over, and Batman is pissed. This issue is him fighting his way out of Arkham to find out what has happened in his absence, and you get a myriad of people from the awesome and big to the completely and totally innocuous. So it's a fun ride with him just literally punching and kicking his way up through Arkham in search for Bane. This was a fun book to read. Obviously, Tom King is doing a great job. Jan and Forens have done an awesome job, and I always love Jordi Bello coloring, so pick it up.
Continuing with my random pick because I liked everything, we've got Savage Avengers #1. I remember seeing this advertisement. I was like, oh, why? Because I really don't want Conan in our regular universe. And they don't explain a lot of why he is. They expect you to kind of have paid attention to the Avengers book I didn't pay attention to. But that being said, I got it and I understood it. This whole issue pretty much is a giant fight scene between two of the Savage Avengers. One of them's Conan, and I won't spoil the other one. I'll leave it in there so you feel like you're compelled to buy this. And it is a very violent setup to what is going on. The Hand appear to be the villains behind all of this, and I was pleasantly surprised. Like I said, I don't want Conan out of time, but if he's going to be out of time, I want it to be a story like this. So it was a good book. I mean, I didn't want to trash it, but I just wanted to be like, I wanted to mutter a bunch of nonsense at the camera, which I just did, but I won't. That's weird, right? It was good. Check it out. If you like more violent Avengers stuff, you'll definitely get it.
My pick of the week, it is DCeased. This is a 6-issue mini. I don't know if it's in canon, because at least from the ending, it definitely doesn't feel like it. This is going to be, or at least feels like a very horror book. Apocalypse has been defeated by the Justice League, and we come to find out that he wasn't trying to take over the Earth. He was just trying to get Cyborg and create the anti-life equation. But through manipulation, he changed the anti-life equation by accident, thus creating a powerful technovirus. And once Cyborg escapes and comes back to Earth, he infects the entire Earth with the anti-life equation. And the ensuing aftermath of everyone going crazy and trying to kill themselves, and the Justice League trying to fix this badly, is where this leaves off. I'm really interested to see how this goes, because like I said, it doesn't feel like it's going to be a canon situation, or at least I kind of hope not, because this looks like it's going to take some risks that I would think would really pay off if it's just a 6-issue mini and it's encapsulated in this storyline. But it was fun. The art was great. This is by Tom Taylor, Trevor Hairsine, Stefano Gaudiano, and James Herron. The art in here was really interesting, and yeah, I liked it. I really want to see how this one turns out. Like I said, I'm hoping it's not an in-canon thing, because some of the decisions that are in this book just won't make sense in the regular universe. But I was really interested in it, and I'm here for more. Quick edit to my previous thing. Big, large blue men in the DC and the Marvel universe. They look the same to me. Sorry. This is Darkseid the entire time. I keep saying Apocalypse because he lives on Apocalypse. My apologies.
All right. It's always a fun thing when I like all three of my books and I just randomly pick who's the pick of the week. That means they're all pretty good, and that's just a good feeling, isn't it, Paul?
Yeah, it tends to be.
So that means my pick of the week, this is great, by the way, Gogar. I think it's Gogar. He had a pronunciation thing at the end. Ken Garing, Gogar, #1. This is an all-ages story, skewing a little more towards teen, but an all-ages story. It's a fantasy story. It feels very much in the vein of like your Princess Brides, your Labyrinths, that kind of powerful 80s fantasy kind of storytelling. I really enjoyed this book. It's essentially this kid on the cover is being chased by these invaders, and they're all on these giant versions of other these weird creatures. The bad guys are on dung beetles. He's on like a shrew, and he is taking a scroll that was thrown at him essentially by one of his elders and says, hey, get this out of here. And you find out a little bit about it. He is preparing for a quest. It just totally feels like this fun fantasy story. I really enjoyed this. I know I went a little hard on Ken Garing for Planetoid Praxis, and I probably shouldn't have. And then I read Planetoid, and it was fantastic. It's full circle, buddy. So, Ken Garing, this is great, and I hope everybody reads it. I liked it a lot. It's a lot of fun. Gogar, I believe is how it is. Say Gogar, it doesn't matter. You say it how you want to say it. But Ken Garing, you did good. You did everything in this issue. The coloring, the lettering, everything. It was good. You did good, bud. Let's see where this goes. Check it out. All right, that's it. We're done. Paul, we had another great time, another great week, another great whatever. Paul, I've seen you so much this weekend. I had so much Paul this weekend. It was
I know,
insane.
it kind of shows. Like, you're shorter with me than normal. And I think it's just because it's like you haven't had that whole week to recharge.
Yeah, I haven't. Yeah, no, it's just too much Paul. Just too much of a good thing. And it's like, Paul, we had fun at Awesome Con. That's what we're referring to. We went to Awesome Con. We had an awesome time. That con is a lot of fun. I hugged Kevin Sorbo. That was exciting. And I got to talk to a bunch of creators, which those interviews will be coming out throughout the month, this coming month of May, on Capes and Scowls website, so capesandscowlspodcast.com. Get that. Come back here for more stuff. We have a lot of cool stuff. I liked the cosplay spotlight video you made for AwesomeCon. That turned out really nice. I enjoyed those. I always enjoy those videos, but when it's like, oh, I talked to those people, they were fun. That's great. That's pretty much my story. Go to cons. It's fun, people. Do things. Do things. I dare you.